Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and it's been a while since I talked about old crypto shenanigans, mostly because the market is kind of like really samey across the board. Usually when you covered one dirty scam, you've probably covered them all. But today we've got interesting organizations. Our favorite, North Korea, the FBI, state casino, and $40 million of money has been heisted. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who haven't been following on, I want to start this off with some punishments. What are the consequences of scammers? For instance, recently a Turkish crypto exchange CEO, former CEO, has just got an 11,000 plus year sentence. Now, this is a owner, a CEO of allegedly Theodex, the global cryptocurrency exchange. And if you're reading this language, it's Turkish. This is a Turkish, operation. And inside this operation, it was alleged that the man ran a $2 billion scam. Now, for $2 billion, 11,000 years, I think some people may be able to do the math and maybe say it's a bit of an excessive sentence, not because the scumbag probably doesn't deserve it, but because the human lifespan does not allow you to serve 11,000 years. God damn it, Turkish laws are insane. I hope to God this does not lead to an appeal where people could say this is excessive punishment. Then again, I'm not a Turkish legal expert, so again, if you want Turkish legal advice, Turkish legal expert, speak to a lawyer from there. But again, this is just a prime example of what happens when you make mistakes, severe mistakes, especially when investors are losing money. That's when the hammer not only comes down on you hard, but it absolutely leaves a lasting impression to the scumbags that surround you. That said, though, ladies and gentlemen, North Korea. Now, North Korea, the Hermit Kingdom, is it's one of the most interesting countries, one of the most secluded countries. One country where a lot of information doesn't come out from. The only information that we really care about today is Lazarus Group. Now, we've covered Lazarus Group before, an apt group, a cybercrime group from North Korea, literally North Korean military hackers who steal money all around the world. They've hacked banks, they've hacked big corporations, and today they've hacked the largest cryptocurrency, casino on the internet. Now, Stake is the actual victim of these North Korean hackers who stole around 40 million US dollars worth of cryptocurrency funds. Now, Stake found out about this, and generally, they've been working with the FBI. Now, to understand, let me give you a context on Stake. It's one of the most popular online crypto casinos, actually one of the largest by market share and money itself. They have some of the largest streamers and celebrities currently on their payroll, basically. Through Kick.com, which is basically a live streaming service that's effectively bankrolled by Stake. So we're talking people like Drake, we're talking people like XQC, so on and so forth. So they've got money to throw around, and they've got money to basically burn. This is a multi-billion-dollar operation, and they had $40 million stolen from them by North Korean hackers. So to understand, this basically happened a few days ago, and the FBI came out and said, literally on the 6th of September, the FBI identifies Lazarus Group cyber attackers as responsible for the heist of $41 million from Stake. Now, of course, what's happened over here is the FBI has provided all of these juicy addresses. So in Bitcoin, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, and of course, you know that I know we're going to open up the old Etherscan, and I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. Now, if you look at the actual chain over here, what's important to look at is exactly how this account basically dealt with, Stake. So Stake had sent this guy around 6,001 Ethereum, okay? To understand how much that money is, that's a cool $9.7 million, okay? Just that one transaction being sent. Fucking insane amounts of cash. Now, the hacker, shortly after, literally within the same hour, sends one Ethereum, 5,900 Ethereum, and then again to the same account, OX94F1B9, at least 2 times. So this money gets sent from the hacker, from Stake.com to the hacker, and then to various other accounts. Now, because this is a cryptocurrency heist, what you have to understand is this money is just basically going to sit there. See, this is one thing beautiful about blockchains and ledgers, is when done right, the ability to commit crimes can actually be lessened. Just because we have a public chain, we can figure out where money is going to go. So what's effectively been happening is every single chain, every investigation agency that cares about this stuff is flagged this account. So anytime a penny let alone $1 million, $2 million, or the whole $9.7 million value of this account gets shifted around, people will know. And that's going to be the scary part, okay? There's a lot of tools right now that work against even fighting the actual money laundering that goes on, where people just route transactions through like a million different wallets to unravel a bunch of these sick shenanigans these people have. So the silver lining here is cryptocurrency hacks, even if you steal the money, okay, because it's not like traditional currencies and traditional banking systems where you can basically obfuscate or nearly eliminate a paper trail. This is the fucking digital trail. It never goes away, okay? Women lie, men lie, the blockchain never fucking lies. And of course, for a quick visualization, if you look at it, this intestine of money, 6,000 Ethereum, flew into this account. And while a grand majority went into that OX94F1B, there were obviously small micropayments that were going to OX33, OX7A, and OX115. And you can see with 1 Ethereum each, maybe this is how they're like sort of pulling out money, sending small sums over time, cleaning this cache. But then again, all right, because of how blockchain investigations work, and because agencies and private investigators are getting pretty pretty smart on the subject as time goes on, this will always become difficult for North Koreans to clean up. But you can see in some cases, for instance, when the stake hacker sends money to OX115492 4 days ago, that amount, 1 Ethereum, is currently worth $1,600. Okay, so it's not a small amount of cash. You know, it's a nice little stack of bones. And of course, that gets sent to Tether, which gets turned into stablecoin, and then of course Uniswap. So that kind of money does eventually end up getting extracted. But then again, you can see how when they removed one chunk of change, they also sent like 2,390 Ethereum to other accounts. So OXBDA. And of course, this account currently just has money sitting in it, $3.8 million. So again, the $41 million sum was by gathering all of their like cryptocurrency hack accounts and just adding that sum together. Now you might be wondering, whoa Muda, how does this happen? Ladies and gentlemen, Ed Craven, the guy who owns Stake, pretty much talked about this entire situation. So he said 20 minutes of unauthorized transactions occurring, the incident was spotted and reported internally. Yeah, when they started seeing money get sent out of the casino versus into it, they were like, whoa, that's not how a casino works. We're supposed to be taking the money. What the fuck? Our incident response team moved to immediately focus on identifying and discovering the source of the sophisticated unauthorized activity. So again, they basically enabled all their containment measures. They decided to take all their hot stuff, I assume, cold, and try to stop every single form of bad keys, malicious keys being used against them, which is some fact we're going to get into. So again, they told us that the personal data was secure, which is actually really important, considering that Stake, like a lot of these casinos, do their KYC checks, of course, when it comes to cashing out and taking money in, okay? So KYC means that when you're working with the casino, you're providing your address details, your driver's licenses, God knows whatever personally identifiable information. If they don't keep that shit safe, that's just bad all around. So they also said at no stage any of the user funds were compromised. So your money's safe. Their money, their payroll money, or money that they were going to give to like large winners, that's basically been affected. So that's pretty much what they talked about. That's how they got attacked. And they basically said the FBI, while they said that it's attributed to North Korean hackers. Now, it's of my personal belief, based on how this has happened, what had basically occurred if you go back into the blockchain once again. When they dealt with the actual like holdings of Stake, you can see that this account is dealing with 2.7 million transactions, okay? Now, any account that has that many transactions is an account that we call a hot wallet. So what a hot wallet is it's just like a big giant transaction wallet that is hot, meaning that it's convenient to access and it's constantly dealing with transactions all the time. Now, what happens is hot wallets are connected to the internet, and hot wallets typically have private keys. Now, private keys are supposed to be kept private. If somebody knows your private keys to any wallet, all of your money is pretty much up for grabs. And that's what I assume happened to Stake. It's somewhere in the chain, their hot wallet key might have ended up getting leaked, might have ended up getting sent over to these like North Korean hackers, and by using these keys, they were able to siphon millions of dollars before Stake could actually shut it down. All right. And that's pretty much what it seems like. Now, I know that people wonder, what if they just make all their hot wallets cold? I've talked about cold wallets in the past, basically hardware wallets, the ability to take your crypto money offline to make it hard to access. But obviously, for running a casino, that's not actually viable or actually feasible to do. So this is just nearly an unavoidable situation. They need this level of convenience, and with this level of convenience, gives the ability for them to be hacked for millions of dollars. Now, this said, ladies and gentlemen, I have no love for Stake or really crypto casinos. I always find casinos and gambling to be a pretty dirty industry. But if it's one thing I do not like at all, and I think most people can agree with, is letting North Korea get access to $40 million. The North Korean regime is one of the most evil regimes in the world, and anytime they get $1,000, $100,000, let alone $1 million, it actually puts lives into danger, and it further destabilizes the safety of the world. Them getting a $41 million payout means Kim gets to eat pretty good, maybe buy a new Maserati, I don't fucking know. But point is, it's not a good idea, it's not a good thing to have happened. And while Stake will never get that $41 million back, given the fact that everybody is watching that wallet like a hawk, I almost have to believe neither will the North Koreans. And maybe that's a silver lining. $41 million sitting in limbo. If you can launder it, you shouldn't, because that's illegal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.